Hello, everyone, and welcome to your English class. Today we will practice modal verbs, fast food vocabulary, and some dialogues. So let's start. We have here a list of what we call modal verbs: can, can't or cannot, could or couldn't, must or mustn't, should, have to, and don't have to. Let's see the following cases. Here you can pause the video to read the brief explanation of each case. And in the next slide, I'm going to explain each of them with pictures. Can, to express an ability. For example, I can sing. That means I have the talent to sing and I'm good at singing. Can, for possibility. For example, these can cause cancer. That means cigarettes have the potential to provoke a disease, cancer. Now, let's see can't or cannot. Remember that can't is a contraction of cannot. Can't express an inability. For example, you can't sing. That means you're not good at singing. Can't to express impossibility. We can walk on water. That means, of course, it's something we will never do. Can, it's such a useful modal verb. You can make an offer. For example, what can I do for you? That means you are able to assist to somebody. Can for permission. For example, can I go to the bathroom? Or can I ask you a question? Can is such a useful modal verb, especially in its past form. Could or couldn't. Let's see the following examples. Could, to make a polite request. Could you say it again, please? Here, we are asking for repetition in a polite way. Could at the beginning of the question. Could, to make an speculation. For example, those keys could be mine. Couldn't, negative form. When we want to express that we are not able to do something in the past, we weren't able. For example, I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Or I couldn't find the street. I got lost. Now let's do a little bit of practice. Remember, you can do it. Pause the video and wait for the answers in the following slide. And here you have the answers. Let's practice a little bit of pronunciation. Repeat after me. Number 1. Could you swim when you were 10? Repetition. Could you swim when you were 10? We couldn't get to the meeting on time yesterday. Now repeat. 2. We couldn't get to the meeting on time yesterday. 3. He can't play soccer because he broke his leg. Or also, he couldn't play soccer because he broke his leg. Now let's continue with the next modal verb, must or mustn't. Must, positive form, express an obligation. For example, you must wear a mask because of COVID virus. The negative form, mustn't, express a prohibition. For example, you mustn't drink when driving. Let's practice. Complete these sentences with must or mustn't. Pause the video to discover the answers. Let's practice a little bit of pronunciation. Number 1. Children must go to bed earlier. One more time. Children must go to bed earlier. Number 2. You must arrive on time in a date. You must arrive on time in a date. Number 3. You mustn't smoke in public places. One more time. You mustn't smoke in public places. Number 4. Shops mustn't sell cigarettes to children. One more time. Shops mustn't sell cigarettes to children. Now we have another modal verb. This is have to or don't have to. Let's see the following examples. We use have to when we want to express something that is necessary or important to do. For example, I have to run to arrive on time. Negative form, don't have to. We use it to express that something is not necessary or important to do. For example, I don't have to call you later. You can text me on WhatsApp. Why don't you think about an example we don't have to? Something that you don't have to do today. It's not necessary or important to do for today. For example, I don't have to be on a diet because I'm skinny. Now let's practice. You can pause the video and then discover or check your answers. There you go. These are the answers. Now let's practice a little bit of pronunciation. Let's start. Number 1. I have to finish my project on Monday. One more time. I have to finish my project on Monday. Number 2. They have to go to the university on Saturday. One more time. They have to go to the university on Monday. There is an important exam. Number 3. I have to improve my English. I have to improve my English. Number 4. They have to visit hospitals. One more time. They have to visit hospitals. Many people are waiting for them. Now, let's see the following modal verb. Should or shouldn't. This is used when you want to give an advice or recommendation. Let's read the following situation. I'm tired. I think you should go to bed. You'd better go to bed. If I were you, I'd go to bed. It's possible to make a contraction with a modal verb should. You can say you should better go to bed or you'd better go to bed. You can say I should go to bed or I'd go to bed. Another advice, but using shouldn't. You shouldn't drink coffee at night. Let's go to the practice in the next slide. Here an exercise. Complete the sentences using should or shouldn't. Pause the video to complete the sentences and then check your answers. These are the answers. Now let's practice a little bit of pronunciation. Repeat after me. Number 1. He shouldn't play a lot of video games. One more time. Number 1. He shouldn't play a lot of video games. Number 2. He should brush his teeth. One more time. He should brush his teeth. Number 3. You should wash your hands often. One more time, you should wash your hands often. Now, students, it's your turn. Take a pen and a paper and write down some advice for your friend who says the following things. I have two tests tomorrow. Advice, I think you should study. Now continue with the rest of the cases. And remember, there are so many advice you could give. So, good luck. And that's all for today's class. Thank you.